My name is Alex, and this is my story about how God changed my life. I grew up in a home where my parents fought all the time. By the time I was 9, I had been introduced to drugs and been to juvenile hall. By the time I was 12 years old, I was pretty much a drug addict. This led to just many years of darkness. All of my adolescence, meeting my wife, raising kids, was all something that was just dominated by bondage to drugs. In October of 2007, in one of my many visits to jail, I was introduced to the gospel by a brother who was in there as well, fasting, and I had questions about why he was fasting, and that led into that gospel conversation that led me to accepting Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Fortunately, that wasn't a time of true surrender, and I continued living my life under the bondage of drug addiction. In January of 2014, I saw a verse up on the screen during a sermon, and it was Romans 12:1, which reads, "Therefore, brethren, in view of God's mercy, offer your body as a true sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your act of worship." And that just brought the gospel back that was first given to me. And I knew that I was doing things trying to pretend to be a Christian, but my true surrender that God was asking me for just hadn't happened. So on February 2nd of 2014, I truly surrendered and recommitted my life to Jesus. Since that time, God has done amazing things, restored, reconciled my marriage with my wife, actually created a non-existent relationship with my kids. I was parenting, but if you could even call it that, now I can honestly say I'm a dad to my kids, and that's because of what Jesus has done in my heart to show me how to love myself, how to love others, and through that time has become now just me speaking the gospel of how he loves us, how he wants to save us, how he wants to be in a relationship with us. And that has taken me to 2 different continents to share the gospel, and just meeting people, hugging people, and just the love of Christ that's in me, living in and through me. Thank you for listening to my story. Now, who can you share your story with?